Okay. This took some willpower because I've been playing Nioh 2 since about half one today, so you know, about 8 hours, not counting stopping for dinner. And it was very hard to not just keep playing Nioh 2 for however many hours. But I have made commitments, and by God I'll keep them, even if all I did in Ring Fit today was just the multitask mode, where you just do reps with a ring while doing other things. Which works better than you think. You just pick it up and just squeeze the ring or pull the ring while game's in a cutscene. Hello, Emily. Moving the mic closer to myself just in case. Luigi is perched on my computer like a little statue for some reason. Hello. Staring into the void. Alright. Dash and backstep with the buttons. It's faster. I mean, if you say so. I guess they must activate it faster. Yeah, it knows what's up. Your parents' internet is continuing to be an experience, is it? So. That is faster. Inexplicably, but it is faster. Probably because you press all the buttons at once instead of 2 inputs. It is 1 input. Okay. Oh. I mean, especially for, I guess, for a fighting game stream. That's fine. My voice hopefully sounds the same in 360p as it does in 1080-60. Can you listen to me at 30 frames? This is something I would probably make a bad habit more than actually use tactically.
Success.
Who knows what sound difference is on 160p? Oh god. When there's just so little data coming in that everything sounds terrible as well as looks terrible. What are you doing? He's humped up on the computer. Ah. Alright, hang on. Okay, that's not as bad as you think. It was going like, oh, do big back down, which made me a bit nervous, but no. If you just hold back, it counts, and that's perfectly fine. Placing moves. Okay. I think I sort of get this concept, is just you find the hole and you poke them through it. I haven't actually heard of that before. That sounds kind of interesting. To DSL and mobile internet. You know, that will probably be more of a thing here once like 5G networks get away, like expand to the point where they're not just sitting on one street in Belfast city centre. Ah, it's yeah, okay, it's just counter. I also like that because I held the button and did double tap, it actually counted for the third one as well. Intended? I don't know. This is called Footsies. Ah. So this, the cursed valley of no connections. Nothing works inside the valley. Okay, now she keeps going, okay. Set back to... Now it's discarding. It is interesting to see the range at which walking backwards just becomes guarding. Is say right there. Walk right into it. There we go. And the airs. The connection is good in the attic, so it is just that the valley is too deep. Is that it? The valley is just too buried in the earth. It sits within the earth's embrace. Oops. Hello, Luigi. He's setting up now. You see them jump just to do the aerial. That's it? Oh hell. Should start playing this like casually outside of these streams already, but Nioh 2's happened and it's not great. Well, you know, Nioh 2 is great, I fucking love it. But it's not great for other games getting a chance to be played. Not while it exists. I intended to do this and then also segue into the other game I wanted to put on these weekend slots, another game I want to learn. As I'm kind of in the mood to like... This is part of why I'm interested in like trying Final Fantasy 14 is just not expanding my horizons, but you know, like going back to things I thought I couldn't play or wanted to play but couldn't because I didn't want to sit and learn them. And learning them, and then also going to genres and shit I wrote off as just not for me or terrible, and giving them an earnest try. If only to, you know, see if in my older time and more, I guess, critically minded, more like I respect the medium as an art form. Luigi, what are you doing? He's leaning into the monitor and trying to... What are you watching? Oh, he he sees the audio meter from the capture card on OBS. It's like jiggling back and forth. So he's like watching it and leaning in. It's because it's something that's moving. Maybe not dying. Like there's 2 meters now. But yeah. There's a number of games and genres and shit I want to try because I should talk about those a lot, and from what I understand, a lot hasn't changed. But you know, like most of my experience with MMOs are like bad free-to-play shit like Ragnarok Online. You know, the few that Europeans were allowed to play of those like anime free-to-play online MMOs, and World of Warcraft, and that's pretty much it. Never did play Final Fantasy 11, though I probably would have if I knew how to at the time. It was on PS2 here. Ah. That's probably why, yes. The side that's like Or at least has better reach there because of the shape of the valley. Pardon me. Aids rush attack is quarter circle B with additional quarter circle A. Hang on. Wrong button. Again, wrong button. Give me a second. Sorry, one sec. Whoops. Right. I forgot to turn display inputs on for this. You might as well. Just watch me cough it up. The big fat touchpad being reset is in some ways helpful and in some ways a goddamn nuisance. Okay, I see. Is that what they're going for? Hello. What? He's just watching me from the shadow. What's up? You're fed? Actually, that's it. Oh no. Okay, let's set that to R2. Oh. There we go. Alright. Do it better when I'm not coming out of the dock. It's holding the button and then moving into it, pressing it fucks with me. Curiosity. You can just do that. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's get on this. You can play that video's Black Desert and see what people say is a good combat system. Magic class remind me of Dragon Ball characters. You're doing a fine job of making me go about it. Let's get in that follow up. That's the thing, it's doing it. Whoops. Yeah, that desert is one of those I've heard about, and there's also like Terra Online. Ideally I would have done it with Phantasy Star Online too, because I really like regular Phantasy Star, and I hear it's just a regular Phantasy Star, but an MMO. We haven't had a regular Phantasy Star in the West in actually, I think, 10 years. It might be it. I forget, I'm pretty sure at least in Europe we only got the first PSP Phantasy Star Portable. There was a second one, I don't think we got that, and there was a third I know we didn't get. Pretty sure that's how that goes. And it's a crying machine, because while it was simplistic, I do like it. Ah. I mean, fair, but we can at least look the part for some of them. That kind of hopefully bodes well for others. It's not like all just the elite classes shown in the trailer and all the rest of them are just all you walk up, punch at the air, and do damage. Why are you so gingerly climbing off of the windowsill? What's up with you? Yeah, already dead and done. No, either way, walking right. Hopefully he doesn't start meowing at the door downstairs. It's not like I'm ignoring him, like he is fed. He's been like he doesn't seem to want to scratch. He leant away from me when I tried to pass. But when he passed and I tried to scratch him. You're just bored him right here, kitty cat. What's that follow-up? It is the same input and it does the same attack unless you already have a ball out. Nah, you need to. We got through the first sheet so quickly. I think what it is I'm not properly releasing all who die when I should be. All classes are gender locked. That is very weird. I have heard, it's not even just like MMOs, like, some old RPGs. Fire Emblem still like gender locks classes as far as I know. I think we mentioned this and I forget what the answer was, but I feel like Pegasus Knights are still female only, and I think there's a male only class, but I don't remember what it is. Yeah, that's bizarre. At least it isn't so deprived that it's like more of the female classes are magic users, is it? I guess you wouldn't necessarily know. You have to do it in like the middle, the second quarter circle, like in the middle of. Well, that's good at least. See, that annoys me that doesn't count. There we go. So it is the blaster they want. There we go. I've heard the term confirming hits before when people, mostly again like the same two Australians I watch when some of their videos of them playing Street Fighter and some other fighting games, they'll talk about confirming and links and anti-airs and whiffs, and that's mostly where I got most of my terminology. That's also where when was it? I have buffering inputs or whatever. That was where I got the impression that term was an exclusively negative thing. Because whenever they, you know, like fucked up or something didn't go right, they would complain about like my inputs are being buffered. And I guess it was just them attempting stuff before they shoot or whatever. I was misunderstood. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't mind when a game does that. I actually quite like that. This guy does that with some of his classes. There's mage classes that are like, you know, distinctly male and female, which is because some units' abilities will affect based on gender. So there's like male and female classes, and they're basically the same class. I think they have slightly different like abilities, like the central special little add-on ability of the class. I think those are slightly different between them, but I think it's literally just something like more damage versus more MP or something like that. Or using less MP versus doing more damage. Something like that. I forget who was who as well. I never did finish this guy at 5. I should go back and do that at some point. Never did play this guy at 4. Or D2, but for D2 I kind of avoided because I just heard it was a glitchy fucking medicine. So like, I don't want to risk that. I bought The Witch in the 100 Night for PS3, heard of the game, like the console killing bug in Chapter 10, heard that it never got patched, just, you know, haven't touched it yet. So much so I have it on PS4 and I still haven't touched it. Physically confirm hits to determine your next move. Crochet rush cancels. Okay. Alright, stop with the guard, right. It's... I'll... I'd reset the whole one this one because it's a failure condition. Fucking... So he's not doing a pattern. It is random. Yeah, I get the concept though. It's if you get guarded, back off. If you don't get guarded, go for it. Priority is one I'm familiar with because, you know, even Smash Bros. Has this one. I really like that detail because it's already given this tutorial. So you're saying my instead of hides or hides. I'm getting too zealous. Not kind. It's kind for the counter, but not for actually. Actually catching the attack animation. The counter node will count it for thing. I mean, that basically sums it up. Because if they're a woman, if they're not white, and if they're not straight, you know, if they're bi or gay, or like, you know, lesbian, that's either forced diversity or it's political. You see, because these people don't exist outside of, like, political debate. That's the only time they exist, ever. They don't exist in real life or outside that, clearly. Every character has to be a male and white, and only want to fuck women, and that's it. It's tragically true of some people, because like literally any instance will set some absolute fucking tits off, and it's just like, you're so clearly like not hiding anything, and you still try to pretend you are. You're still trying to pretend you're not racist or sexist or whatever. The movie that they're attacking is referred to as a stun. Wait, for... Stun rims is also your own attacks. Okay. Hello. Doesn't know what to do with himself, I think. Hey. What'd you think on the whole thing? 'Cause the last time you were in you were in Half-Life 2 last time, weren't you? Or you just begun it, I think. I guess technically speaking, have you really finished the whole Half-Life series when a Half-Life Alyx exists? Unless you actually did also go and do that. With the VR system in your parents' attic. Probably won't play that. I won't play it either. Not even that probably, I just won't. I don't have a PC VR system or anywhere approaching the space for that. Even for sitting down VR. Ooh. Oh, he's bedding down now. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see. How am I meant? Field card? Ah, yeah. I remember. You're like, I know landmines from real life, and it's like, well, yeah, but whenever I hear the word, I just associate it with the giant pincered fucks from Final Fantasy. I don't know how it wants me to feel the guard when his attack will not reach me. Yeah, it's a bit of that tech demo nature, isn't it? When you think about it, how different is it from... I'm gonna have to feel the guard if I push him away. I said that there, I just made the link in my head that one thing people rail against like Call of Duty campaigns is that they'll have like one mechanic show it off for like 20 minutes and then just immediately fold it away and never use again. And, you know, just kind of made that distinction. It's like, you know, Half-Life 2 kind of does that in places, doesn't it? And I'm pretty sure if I said that in any sort of like public discussion forum, I would probably be killed. That is probably the easiest and fastest way to set Steam's forums on fire. I don't know how you want me to feel the guard when he's not doing an attack that can reach me. Feel guard. I assume they want me to get hit. Unless they're just... Unless there's like a certain distance you can do it from that won't push him back as much. Or push me back, rather. Where's my... what? That's great. Avatar fan who also likes Marvel. The Avatar movie, well bad. That's similarity to Marvel movie. You could honestly probably argue that pretty well too. Or at least just enough to make them fucking want to kill you. Just on the spot murder you. I'll have to remember that one. Just for, you know, when I need it, you know, like a loaded, like a live hand grenade to throw in to a conversation. Because the pushback is so much that you can't. Oh. Okay. But oh, you know, maybe they only meant for you to do get kicked out of the second one only, and that would have been enough. I just misunderstood it was only meant to be like down A and down C. In that case, why wouldn't you ever just use C and then down C to immediately, you know, have enough pushback to skip your opponent's like fastest option for hitting you? Because their C, their range attack, they'll possibly reach you. You will not be able to tap you in time before your stun runs out. At least that's heat out anyway. Attacker and defender is called stun ban. Is this frame advantage? It's extremely difficult, but focusing on my core moves will help. Alright.
Success.
He didn't actually attack after his jump ever, but alright, sure. I guess this is sort of what I was finding out when I was doing the C down C. Oh, crouching. There we go. Yeah, okay. This is the counter, I think. A will not trigger a counter hit. That's good to know. Some moves and characters are free from without a counter. That's probably the big guy, Waldenstein. Fucking huge guy, just because he is fucking huge, he probably can't be counter hit. Probably can't really be stunned or locked down or whatever either. Just to make up for the fact that he is huge and has very slow. He walks very slowly. That's a pretty fair assessment, I'd say. Like, Half-Life 2 definitely, while it is very tech demo-y, there is a lot more interest in, using the elements of the tech demo to actually create fun sequences and, interesting ideas. Like, the Ravenhold segment is a really nice, like, on top of just being, like, a tech demo and tutorial for the gravity gun, it's also really fun because it, like, makes you think about using the saw blades and other things and how to use this weapon and your environment to your advantage. It's like, this is actually quite clever. More basic by today's standards than some compared to other games that actually do things like that. But that's just because, it's one of the first big FPSs like that to try it. So, fair play to it. And note I said big. Jurassic Park Trespasser doesn't count ever for anything. Trespasser is the bad FPS one, I'm pretty sure. The ancient PC one. I've never played that game, but I've only ever watched it. It's always been a goddamn trip every time. Sitting here in tiny loaf mode, the no talk, I'm angry mode, facing away from me. The end of bad. Loaf shit. Oh. Scratching you half the head down. I reach under the chin, the head tilts to meet it. Wobbly arm time. It's my giant feeling arm just wobbles towards you, just touch your face, and physics boxes into places. Seize the raptor and physics them into the wall. Raptor A, Raptor B, Raptor C. Oh, nice. I never actually thought to do that. Carrying the dog's ball into Ravenholm and use it. There you go, like, the system kind of works. It's, there is that level of, like, you can be, that level of ingenuity of it, where you can do that. So this kind of swings and roundabouts of hardware. So, like, the tech demo-y, like, things only happen once, and then that's kind of its sequence thing. So it kind of sucks because you only get to do things like the Antlands once and all, but, at the same time, it does make it, a lot more varied and a lot more fresh and fun. Alas, poor dog. He'll never have his ball back. Look what you did, Emily. Now he'll have to process sorrow. Oh. Oh, wait, I see. That did not go down. Wrong button. Wrong button. You might ask, what are you not getting about this? And the answer is, I'm just an idiot. Sorry. Too early. Kind of interesting, it counts as a counter If they fuck up their aerial, their anti-air. Come on, button, get him. There we go. Never underestimate the power of industrial garbage. You just weld enough bits of like old girder and sheet metal together, you'll just create like, you know, God and like the hand of God itself. You'll be able to just grunt the planet into its own core. Throw like the entire combine force into the sun. GRD brick. It's only a common good because I did not want to try and activate the whole fucking Infinite Worth EXS again. Vorpal, you exit Vorpal after use no matter what. It's good to know.
Success.
It did lower our HP for it, which is kind of... makes sense.
Success.
Duly noted. Oh, you're gonna be tricky. Wrong button. Yeah, it's really awkward, mostly because Gordon doesn't talk. Like, all Alex knows about Gordon before she sees him is the stories her father and everyone around them kept saying about Gordon. Like, don't get me wrong, I can believe, oh, being infatuated with him comes like, oh, you find his beard really sexy, but, you know, like a full tilt romance just kind of doesn't happen because, or isn't really believable because Gordon, you know, doesn't say anything. The only character Gordon really has is that which you give him. And you could do neat things like that, where if you do certain actions or kinds of actions around Alex in certain situations, that would increase, you know, a meter or a stat or whatever, and make her dialogue change to indicate the romance, but I think that kind of involved storytelling was probably a bit beyond them. At that point, you know, they had a physics engine like work into place. How long do you want me to hold that? That B is tricky to get. If they want to get that, it's fine, because they want me to whiff the last one. Also, I mean, did you also find it weird that like her dad was really on board with you fucking her? You know, because it is kind of really weird, isn't it? Like, yeah, granted, he hasn't like aged a day since, you know, the events at Black Mesa, but it's still kind of like, you know, it's a bit weird. Okay. There we go. Important to note that the floor bounce does count as a bounce off surface. Like, they are around. They're meant to be around the same age anyway. Gordon literally has, like, stopped, or I don't think he's promised. He stopped aging once he got put into stasis by the G-Man. Because it was basically instantly, like, teleported from one time to the other as far as he was concerned. But, you know, they're meant to be around the same age if, like, Gordon had aged, which just, you know, it's really an element of it. It's just kind of like, you know, that's weird. Like, even if you, like, that means he's genuinely processed that you haven't aged a day because you got time warped here. Or whatever, but that means he's also kind of like, well, you know, old Hal Gordon is, you know, still in the prime of his life. It would be fine if you just fucked my daughter. Or like, was, I think, a kid at the time I last knew and saw Gordon. I think they didn't think about it. I think they just didn't think about that aspect of it at all. Which is probably why I got in. They're, you know, like, they were more preoccupied with having a general narrative that was, you know, pretty good and pretty fancy for the time, on top of, like, all their fancy tech demo stuff, rather than actually, you know, really thinking through on the romance stuff. Probably because whoever was writing it wasn't very experienced at romance, to be fair. She immediately ganked me. I'm holding back and not down back at the start when that happened. Okay, no, that's all low that time. Did she change it each time, or is it? She always opens with the darn. Yeah, she does swap it up. That's fine. Cross-ups are one I know. Which is, you know, you leap over and just stab them as you go. Alright. Whip character. I didn't actually realize she was in the thing. That has appeal. Every time I see a whip character in anything, it's, you know, like the opening of Castlevania, the opening music of Castlevania plays, and, you know, the rest just kind of fills itself in. And then, you know, on it goes. A guard screaming. Whoops. Guard low, it always works. Try to rush you, crouching B after being teched, so kind of standing C. Wrong button. That's just grabbing him. There's that little gap where he grabbed you and you can still tech out of it, which I find interesting. I assumed it was just you had to grab it as he grabbed at the exact same time, not you can grab out of it if you're fast enough. One was really well written, had pretty good moments, was a bit lacking, so she writing a bunch of words. gameplay and level variety. And that ending, what I see is like why you like it. That ending is itself kind of a problem, isn't it? Because that's where Half-Life ended. That's it. That's the end of the story. Never to be seen again. Well, I say that, but you know, Half-Life Alyx is out. Is coming out. I don't know. I haven't been following it at all because it's kind of like, eh. It's a normal attack or a throw after dashing.
Success.
Moving throws. Ah. Throw with a better distance. Input that, then hold down A and time. Ah, I see. It's sort of like what I was doing with the quarter circles a few ones back, where I wanted me to immediately follow quarter circle B with quarter circle A. When I was doing the crouches, I just held down when going into the first quarter circle, and that worked. And I was like, because it's the input it wants. And that was like another link made in how to play fighting game in my head. Do this the way I do, hit A and B at the same time as. See, that's it. I've been doing the dash. See, the hop is good. Okay. Don't touch the D-pad. That might have been it, but I was too early. I didn't count. Hello, no. Has your actual stream ended? You've been fucking on fire lately, haven't you? How many days has it been now? Like 5? 5 days where you've been going like big multi-hour streams? That's zone ending with zone narration. You should pull the rocket. The work starts to cut in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, that is a problem with episode 3 not happening, and it is a problem with 2. I suppose that does kind of come into the question of, how dare I count it. How did that not count? It still says second game in a new trilogy. That's things that have aged poorly. Because I'm holding the direction still. Oh shit. Oh no. Hang on. Go back there. Challenge that. Okay, no. Go back to the menu and do it. That's not helpful. Come on. This will help anyway. Hold it, then time D to do a throw. Input that, hold down A and time D's input. Keys to press D slightly delayed. Inputting all of them and then try inputting the D more slowly. Pretty well. Nioh 2 came out yesterday, only got started playing it today. And, rolled over to go to sleep. It's really fucking good. And it was a bit of a willpower exercise to turn myself away from it for the weekend on the night stream. I'm off Monday and Tuesday because I took Monday off and I have Tuesday off just as it's St. Patrick's Day, so of course we have it off. And then I'm working from home on Wednesday because they're closing our office as a drill in case they have to shut it down for, you know, the coronavirus. Which is going to be annoying. Because, you know, I had to find a place in here to comfortably work with 2 laptops to make sure I don't have to bring down this fucking microphone and use it on for the Skype call and work out a headphone solution. I'm mentally a bit exhausted my exam period. At least they're over for now. The classes are cancelled. So that's why all the streams, is it? It probably will be nice, it's just the idea of having to like set everything up until close until Easter except for exams. That's taking the piss, it really is. I don't get what it means by keep holding that. Let's do it. That's the bit I'm missing is better distance. So you hit them all at once, you just do that. Oh, tell me that wasn't it. Like, fuck you. Reading that novel, The Philosopher's Journal by Eternal Fool Leslie. Any particular, like, why so? You just not holding your interest anymore? Did it fucking explode disastrously? I think what it is from the input where it's like this, you have to immediately segue into it. Stream just froze again the moment you were speaking. Great. There might have been a year-end thing, so it seems to be behaving here. I was basically asking like, why so? Like, is there a reason why you did it? You let go of it. So maybe one where I need to. So just got the idea there. If I looked up like a video and see if I could show what it's meant to look like, maybe I'd get some idea of what's meant. There's things here I would consider a moving through. So you're holding A, you can't then catch. You can burn all your grid for that. Oh, tell me that wasn't it. It's because of the frames in between. Tell me that. I feel like I'm right at the border of it and just not getting it just right. I don't know why I did that, just for giggles. Let's do something. No. There isn't an ND. Let's make that R1. No, it's doesn't really help. Make the R1 fly. Just got dumber over time. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the most satisfying or smart of plot turns to take. Like, is the idea of the blackmailer is meant to go like, oh shit, and really regret it? To consult video or something to try and figure out what exactly it wants from me, because I'm not entirely sure. Ow. Mild pins and needles in arm, so I was leaning on elbow. Yeah, pardon me. Have a chapter one person just tells a bunch of random side characters about all the cool things he did in secret, even though he wanted to keep it secret. Okay, no, I haven't seen a video yet, but there's explanations. The fact that it's like a secret thing, it's not like I mean, it would still be kind of depending on how you handle it, but it's not like there are things we saw the main character do and just told someone to keep it secret, to deny revealing to the other characters, you know, to tie up that possibility or something, or bring that back. It's just, there's a bunch of really cool things he did that you just didn't see. He totally did them though. That makes him cool. Is that the sort of thing you mean? Because if it is, that's very like, oh, come on. So let's see. Trick is to grab during the start of the run, the slide. You need to hold 6AD for a split second, then do D. Still holding 6 and then do AD, you'll get an assault. If you're in full run, do AD, it won't be a moving throw. Yeah, let's watch the video and see what it's doing. Yeah. Turn the volume off. Give me a sec. Just so you're not hitting. Oh, YouTube's tapped on mute anyway. Okay. I sorta get it. Maybe? You don't really have to do it on him at all. Oops. He's not even really dashing, he's just immediately going, like, they're basically grabbing. I wish this video wasn't. I wish YouTube just had, like, readily available loop options rather than being locked on a right click that iPad does not have. Fucking amazing. Secretly invented teleportation magic. That's cringy shit. You want to make that work, it has to be a thing like you saw him do, but for whatever reason they kept it secret. So goddamn fast. Did it once. There we go. Okay, so it really is like the game's like, you know, like time your delay slightly, but it really is like split second. Like I was basically hitting all the buttons together at once there. And it was like X is only like, you know, like milliseconds behind the others just by virtue of my thumb having to like quickly slap it as it rolled to it when I'm trying to hit all the buttons. That is odd. I'm not sure I'll ever use that. Maybe I'll try and remember it, I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't just jump in or just, you know, do a regular grab after moving. But who knows, maybe that will actually be very useful. And by very useful I mean someone will destroy me with it now I realize. Ah. Yes, I'm trying to like think like what purpose would that even serve in a story? Having him like, you know, what, like to what end? Like, because if it's just to make him look cool, like what's the point? Travels to the wise man in the east to get trained, of course. Because yeah, you do that. Just skips the whole journey, then skips the training arc, then there's one chapter where introduces the wise man, then skips back. Fucking hell. So, literally skipped all of the work that would make a reunion feel in any way earned or special. Because, like, you could have just, like, fucking 10 chapters, like, you know, like, I don't know how long the chapters are, like, fucking 5 chapters of journey there. Have the training arc be seen in, like, excruciating detail for, like, another 5 chapters or whatever. And then, you know, the journey back, you could probably make it shorter, you know, like, because you already been through all the troubles, you could make it a bit shorter. I don't know, make it like a chapter or 2 chapters, and then you have your reunion. It's like, oh shit, it's actually been ages inside the story since we've seen these guys. I'm just throwing numbers around, I don't know what the general pacing is, but for like, you know, you want it to be long if you want to have that sort of thing going. Is he skipping everything because he can teleport? Is that it? Probably not, but if that's actually the case, I'm gonna laugh. Aerial assault overhead combos. Okay. Just before landing. Or before landing, rather. Okay. Yeah. Buddy, please stop walking. He's traveling normally. Okay, so there's no reason for the skip. It's literally, it's just, we just pass over anything that could possibly happen. Fantastic. There we go. Taking your guard stun by holding your attack and dashing it close to the opponent to attack them into your guard stun. Put you at risk. Oh god. Okay. This is very tight. Okay. Sort of good. It's basically just do that to keep hell pressure up and hope they don't catch you with a punch to the face. I see, right. You can put down core circle back, or no, not quite, no, down back. Yeah, okay. No, that is core circle back. In Vorpal or have 100 access. Deals no damage. Interesting, does no damage. But hey, handy. It's a way to get someone who can try and meat while you're in the corner away from you. Although it does expand the Warple or your fucking Super Meter, so no. You get like maybe 3 uses at best, and the 3rd use will put you into shit mode. Sure, kind of. I was just scanning something on that Reddit thread I was looking at that I got that advice from. But nothing too useful to me. Alright, how using quick striking attacks, such as after you guard against attacks that can hit the corner at risk. Oh. First this guarding with crushing sea.
Substance.
Sick. I sort of get it. This will just, if you do it now, you will absolutely meme them. Sure counter with a combo. Okay.
Substance.
Korean novel called Reader, and also dropped that. 50% it's set in the VR MMO. They all just love Sword Art Online. It is a lot of the game library. To get the games, they'll read the books. Of course. More and more into June, yeah. You could do something like interesting with that, where like, yeah, he's a lot of skill points, but it's not all like, he doesn't have enough to do all the combat stuff, but he gets a comical amount for like support stuff, like, oh, he's really good at blacksmithing or some other shit, or just through having read everything, he knows all the lore shit, so what, like, some event happens and he knows the lore shit so he can like guide others into like doing the event properly or whatever the fuck. But, you know, he's complete shithouse of playing the game. Or something like that. That would... And I feel like that'd be more interesting than just, well, you know, he reads himself into being, you know, the top-ranked competitive player in VR MMO forever. I'm like, you know, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir, but it's just these things, when I see it, it's kind of like, you know, immediately think of a solution where you could use the same concept but better. It's like fucking... Okasan Online, and it's like, here is a video game story explicitly about, you know, like, interacting with mom. Like, the protagonist has to interact with mom. It's like, yeah, instead of just being, his mom is like saintly and really good at everything and is, you know, is cute and embarrasses him, why couldn't it just have been like a series of video game jokes about, you know, like, a kid in the modern games he plays versus his mom who has never played a game past like the Super Nintendo. So, you know, stuff like online accounts and everything battles the living shit out of her. But she was like eerily good at like, I don't know, fucking fighting game inputs or shit because she plays Street Fighter 2 all her spare time or something. Like, you know, it's just lots of jokes about things that are changed in video games how that confuses someone who hasn't played them for like, you know, past the Super Nintendo. And you can make a lot of like really good shit with that, and tons of people would watch it because you have a cute milk. But no, it was just standard isekai horseshit, but you know, it keeps cutting to cute mom. VR MMO being 100% like real life with perfectly simulated human NPCs. Little gamers and those things just clash. Yeah. Okasan Online had amazingly like a similar-ish problem where like It wasn't that the actually yeah, it was perfect simulation of well, not perfect simulation of real life, but like very close simulation of real life where you could taste the food and everything. But then it was also like, well, we haven't made all the NPC models, or somehow this one player has hacked herself into being invincible and can like cut off a moderator's special like animate kill move or ban or whatever the fuck. It's kind of like, you know, you could. There are ways to have made this work within the framework you had, without being this stupid about it. But I guess that doesn't carry, or at least the writer did not think it carried. It didn't think it would carry weight. Infinite worth of blackout. Yeah.
Success.
Oh, okay. Hang on, emergency. Are you looking forward, upward, or backward? Ground emergency when you have upward and backward. Okay. Do you record backward on the ground or okay. But not in the air, that's interesting. Before you hit the ground? Oh. Sorry. Okay. I see. Well, that was the wording was a bit kind of. Having their own term, see, man. I wonder if that's just the general Japanese word for it, and not because I've always heard it as wake up. You know, wake up DP, which is just, you know, immediately sure you can off of the fucking ground. Oh no, my understanding was different then, or maybe this is phrasing it differently. Because my understanding was the wake up move was you use it to get off of the ground. The way this is worded is you catch them as they're getting up, as they're waking up. I guess maybe I just misunderstood, or maybe the term is different between fighting game communities or whatever. With this in mind, I should probably go back and watch some of those videos and then try and catch the moments where they're talking about like wake up DP or whatever, and be like, huh, okay. Let's see if it's just I didn't understand at the time and now I do. Because your tag is already in effect and they're coming out with game priority. Fail. When do you want this window? Okay, so yeah, just get him before he gets you. Yeah. I feel like in that case they'd be better off making it not, you know, like 100% realistic. Fucking. Reset. There we go. Fine timing, but okay. It actually waits for you to stop guarding, it's funny.
Success.
That's simple enough. String connection is a bit chunky tonight. It keeps changing the colors a lot. Here's the orc. It's pretty good. It turns out the demo was actually a different world with people connecting in the games. Oh. That's a neat concept, having it be like the demo world is actually real. It's just like a god has people coming in through it. There's a neat spin on the formula. Sorry, one sec. We might actually well get through the expert section before my allotted time up. If we're close enough, I might just say, yeah, go for it. And push until we do get it. This is where you attack the moment your hit stun ends. Okay. You can attack against the Orkizemas, but only if you have an invincible move to use. With your invincible attack, oh, this is one of these inputs. Sorry, actually. It's a bit early before going back up. Okay, right. I was scratching my face. You want me to do this? So just testing out of it. Not easier to tell you got that motion when you're actually doing the attack out of it. There we go. I don't know the exact timing for that, but you know, we got it once. You can go over those the moment the comment comes on screen. Writing a reader wasn't great. Because if the author was using a bunch of repeated words increase the word count, like find the combat instructor, find the combat instructor in the west, east, or south. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Not exaggeration, it's actually written like this. Fuck me. That would just be tiring to read, honestly. Okay, I sorta get it. Like, you hit the ground, you lie there for like a split second, and then you input. And then you'll catch him as you get up. Or roughly. Something like that. A short frame of invincibility upon startup. Sorry, one sec.
Success.
Simple enough. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. The thing is, that's the sort of thing, like, surely someone would have to, they'd have to tell them that, like, however accurate you want to be to your game's log or whatever the fuck, that's very tiring to read as an actual book. The thing about, like, stuff like that in the game is that you can get away with that because there's a whole bunch of other things that you immediately then refocus on and have, you know, to pay attention to, like, occupy your mind and all the rest of it. You know, so repetitive system log or like support text or whatever is irrelevant because it doesn't occupy much space. When you're reading a book, it fucking murders you. Explain these things like you don't know, but it's basically just establishing that I get it. I don't know. being Mr. Critique Man. I don't know. Bail off. Use bail off as a counter. Yeah, that is it, okay. There we go. I guess I just didn't get the timing exactly right the first time. Okay. So you can shorten it by a tab or guarding, but you're better off. You might be better off just feeling off. Do I have to be on the ground? Oh, I see. I'm glad it accepted me getting 2 cheeky A kicks in and pulling all the rest of it. What guards you? Field your D decreases. Fair enough. Chain shift. I don't think Mike picked that up, but has reached out and scratched Luigi's back and started to chirp like a wee I'm being touched. Alright. Okay. Nishi's more putting off 3/4 circle beam. Short span. There we go. Because it is nigh the whiff cancel of that. Alright. I meant to do that, so. Okay. Alright. You can guard it though, so that's You just had me veil off anyway, so even though that can be guarded though, although it hasn't come up yet, unless it happened before and I just don't remember it, which is entirely likely. Warple and veil off. Veil off's 20, you can just put both together for plus 30%.
Success.
Fair enough. CVO. Represent cross-cast veil off. Okay. In Warble, the hustle under. We're getting them. Everything begins to intertwine. C, veil off, of course, towards C, and then infinite worth. Just making sure. You want me to catch him in the air with it? Reading something called "You Got the Wrong Horse of a Villain." Showed you a comedy story. These little spins are kind of neat sometimes. There's all these little, I guess, contextual spins, if nothing else. If you want me to just do it in the middle of the attack, okay, fair enough. Not waiting. They'll also get rid of GRD brick. Sorry. No, not that. That was light. How do you want me to? I don't remember what puts me in GRD brick. Shouldn't have skipped through that too fast. Isn't that you have an option of reviewing is that I saw.
まだだ逃がさそれこっからだそれまだだ逃がさ捕らえた聞いたぜおい逃がそれ捕らえたこっからが勝負だそれ聞いたぜおいそれそれ
Okay, this is guarded it right now. Obviously,
こっからが勝負それこっからが勝負だ作ったそれ
okay, right.
聞いたぜおい
Success.
Alright. Oh, and there's the expert course. Quite a bit of that will actually sink in. I think a lot of it is just utility stuff that I either already knew and just now contextualized by this. And some of it's just, Chapter 6 so far, fair enough. Yeah, like a good bit of that will actually probably stick with me and sit in, but some of the more specifics, like the whole use cross-cancel chi and shift cancel, yeah, cross-cancel, what the fuck is it, this is called, the words, cross-cancel veil, cross-cast veil, that's it, sorry. We'll get there, but veil off is like a repel, but even though you can use the shields and all the dashing and all that, it's actually stuff that will stick in. But when I say dashing, I mean that the X dash, hitting D in a direction to do your shit. The more specific stuff like Infinite Worth, basically like more intricate stuff using meter and stuff may not stick in. Probably not at all. At least not until I play the game for ages and start actually trying to ingrain that stuff deliberately. But for now, we're good. That's gonna be me for the night. So, you know, I might as well keep this to one section per stream, because that's just kind of the way it's ended up. Cultivation chat room is locked behind a paywall now. Oh. I mean, that's probably why they locked it behind a paywall, because they had an audience and like, okay, pay up. But yeah, that's gonna be the stream for the night. Yeah. I feel like I am tangibly getting better, even with like the weak gaps between the actual attempts at this, because okay, yeah, still whiffing a few things, but I feel like I'm actually getting inputs more consistently now. At least I feel that way. We'll find out how it actually goes when I start actually, you know, fighting people. Especially since in 2 weeks' time, Grambley Versus hits, and I'm not going to do the whole entire tutorial dance for that one as well. I think I'll do the tutorials in that one on my own time, and then we'll just go actually into like story and online play with that one. Which will mostly be me getting my face caved in, but hey. Yeah. That's going to be me for the... But as a normal book, paying a few cents for every chapter is more expensive than buying a normal book. That's probably why they did it. It is recently announced that they're removing VAT from, you know, like the tax, basically, you know, when you, the purchase tax, like when you buy something and like a taxed amount is amount of it is taxed by the government. They're removing that cost for like books, newspapers, and digital publications and stuff, but I'm kind of wondering if that will actually matter when it comes to like the prices. Don't think any of the prices are actually going to come down or anything. I think publishers are just going to keep the prices the same and just pocket that for themselves. I guess in some it actually isn't kind of too bad in some ways, but ours is kind of like, oi, come on. But yeah, that's me for the night. So I'm going to just return to Nioh 2. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not. I'm just straight up going to go straight back to Nioh 2 now. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Emily. And good night. I will. Chris keeps bumping the podcast day back another 2 days or another day or whatever. This time it's been bumped from Sunday tomorrow to Monday, but I'm not in Monday or Tuesday, so it will still be a full-length monstrosity. But we'll see if we finally get there. Yes. Thank you for watching, and good night.